Okay, here we go. It's D&D Tuesday night. It is April 8th, and we are here with the Saviors of the Sword Coast, also known as, I don't know, Lost in Space.
Stormbreakers.
What?
The Stormbreakers.
The Stormbreakers, Lost in Space. So welcome, everyone. We left off last week in kind of a little predicament. It looks like somebody started to pick a fight. Who would like to recap what happened last week? I know that Todd wasn't here, so Ezra was just kind of along for the ride. So who wants to catch him up real quick on what's going on?
Patrick's always the best.
Okay, since I've been voted, last time on Saviors of the Sword
That's me
Coast
voting.
High.
You win. Go for it.
Last time on Saviors of the Sword Coast High. The Stormbreakers have been transported to another dimension, the astral plane, also known as the graveyard of the gods. After some misadventures with nearly falling to their doom onto the corpse of a god and learning they could now levitate with only their mind, they fought a group of anglerfish, which, they just kind of murdered. Nothing really special about that, honestly. Other than they were giant space anglerfish. Then they got onto this giant ship whose name I'm forgetting.
The Lambent Zenith.
Yes. The Lambent Zenith. Which means, let's see, I know Lambent means light. So if you look that up, I forget what else. But anyway, I'm getting off track.
The Zenith is a TV from the 70s.
I think it's also holy light, pretty much is what it means. Anyway, besides the point. So, the crew met two space elves. It's Yankee. And they were led below decks. The party noticed a group of 3 Celestials and a hippopotamus man sitting by a fire. After Kenneth quickly introduced the group, they went off to speak to the second in command, who told them the current situation of the ship, how people were disappearing due to monster attacks, and that the first mate had gone insane after a prolonged talk with the hippo man, whose also name I'm forgetting.
His name is
Ilren. Yeah.
Ilren.
Yep.
The group went below decks to see if they could snap some sense into him. During that time, Ozus made a new friend, and then something else. Casting Charm Person on a member of the crew, a halfling, they fell deeply and madly in love with him. How that'll turn out, well, everyone's we'll see how that goes. But also, tragedy struck. When Kineas tried to vamp Anea into a pocket dimension, she disappeared without a trace into parts unknown. Will they ever see each other again? Is a question everyone in the group is asking. And Seth tried to dispel magic on a door, which did not work. The crazy guy below decks is crazy, as far as we can tell. But then, going above decks, the Stormbreakers decided to confront what they've learned is the source of this madness. Ilren, the Hippo Man. They confronted him, but he easily dissuaded them from immediately initiating conflict. He invited the crew to sit and join him around the fire to tell tales, which they agreed to, though every moment they were prepared to strike. Until finally he offered them some alcohol. This drank the alcohol, while Del and Kineas both pretended to and chucked it out over their shoulder. Unfortunately, Ilren and one of the Celestials, Bezra Moontide, notice what they had done. An initiative was commenced for this grave insult.
Nice job, Patrick. Excellent
Very
work.
good.
Thank you.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Okay. Well, all right. This should be fun. So, when last we left off, I believe everyone started off on a round of trying to. Were you attacking Ilrin? I know that Dell moved
Yes.
up next, or at least were you already next to, or did you move up next to?
I jumped over the fire and moved up to him.
Yeah, and you
But I didn't
initiated your symbiotic
Yeah.
entity.
Didn't do anything to him. No offensive actions quite yet. But I did want to kind of say to the Celestials, like,
Yeah.
that we think Ilrand is trying to trick you. Like, we mean you no harm. But
Yes.
the plan is to subdue him.
Yes. And,
Probably do like
And-
non-lethal damage.
yeah. And it did very much say, "Hey, don't mess with the Celestial. Focus fire on Ilren."
Okay. All right. I'm pretty well caught up. Let's pop out our turn tracker. All right. So we left off with, I think, Ilren making his move, and then, Ilren was going to make his move.
No, because I didn't.
I just went.
Yeah, nobody else went.
Just Dell. Okay.
Just
so
Dell, yep.
Zith. All right, Zith.
Let's try them.
Then let's do it. Wait. Let me hit begin combat because it didn't.
Okay. What is my sense of how the Celestial friends are reacting to Dell's sort of getting up close and personal?
They seem to be very confused, and they're concerned that suddenly this cloud spore popped up literally all around Dell, which includes some of them, right? Because it's like 5 feet around you, right? Is it everyone within 5 feet of you is in the cloud?
It's not. I mean, there's always a cloud around me anyway.
Oh, D6.
Like the halo of
necrotic
spores.
damage.
This just does additional damage to like
additional
certain
damage on the
things.
melee attacks. Okay, all right. So you
And
begin
my
with-
halo of spores, which is kind of always there, 10 feet around me.
So Zith would reiterate what Dell had told the Celestials, that we mean them no harm. That said, Zith's going to take a bonus action, do a quick little fancy footwork. Oh, the game is paused, Jim, I think.
Yep. Go for it.
And move out here.
You quickly ran away.
And wait, I'm just making sure that this is good. Yep. Okay, and would Zith consider the Hippo Man a humanoid?
Yes. He's
Okay.
bipedal. Yeah, he's got a. Yeah. Yep.
So Zith would tell Ilran that we do not like whatever sway he's having over this this crew. We could be friends and allies in this, whatever this is. He would point around to the planet that they're on, but he's not to be trusted, and he would.
You're
point
telling this to who? To the Gith Yankee next to you?
Ilrand.
Oh, you're talking to Ilren as you move back away.
Ilrand is the hippo man.
Yeah.
The hippo. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And Zith would bend his staff towards Ilrand and try this.
Just saying here, the name is Ilren.
Oh,
ILREN.
Ilran. I thought it was
Mhm.
Ilran.
Rin.
That's Dell's fault.
Mhm.
Oh, what the?
I don't even know what happened.
He got advantage on his saving throw, and he rolled a nat
Oh,
20
well,
on
I was
both
going to
dice.
say, Sorry.
Wow.
Can I do that again? I was gonna
Yeah.
say something.
Go ahead. Keep saying.
I was gonna use a portent to assume that he would not make a save. Sorry, I was wrapped up in reading the spell, and then you told me what happened. My fault. But I was going to use portent. It's fine if you don't allow me. To replace his whole role as Zith foresees Ilren going down.
Okay, I would normally be happy with you doing that. However, in this case, this creature is very magically resistant. So, does your portent? We probably have discussed this in the past. Does it
It
replace,
replaces the whole role, whatever the role is, disadvantage,
including
advantage,
advantage and disadvantage?
flat. Yeah.
With what?
Replaces
6.
the result of the roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your portent you want to replace it with?
6.
Okay.
So he moves away. Oh no, sorry. I moved the map. I thought you moved. That's the fire placeholder.
What? What did you just say?
Nothing. I guess I'm too far from the mic. I thought you moved, but I'm just waiting for you to resolve it however you want to resolve.
That's fine. You cast Hold Person on the Hippo Man, on Ilren, and his rotundity is paralyzed in place.
Excuse me.
Okay,
If
boys,
I'm not sure I can undo that. Let's see.
hit him up close. Wink, wink, because they're all crits. But only if you're up close. Get them, boys. Get them. And I'm hoping that I didn't screw up because I was also going to cast it on the Celestials, but I'm hoping that they are not angered by that move. And that will be it. Oh, and Allie would I keep Allie out of it for I would just call Allie keeps circling, but a tighter circle just around us.
All right. All right, Kineas. What will you do now?
Well, we still got a couple Celestials next to me.
Don't piss them off.
I am going to cast. What is that?
And Jim, when Ilren gets paralyzed, nothing changes about the way he looks, right? Like he would be incapacitated. I don't know. If that was
paralyzed, right?
Yeah, if that was magic, a lot of spells say it lasts until you're incapacitated. So Zith would see if that did anything to him.
So it just says here, or he's paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of his turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. And on a success, the spell ends on the target.
Yeah, so a paralyzed creature is incapacitated. That means no actions or no inactions. But there's also, Zith would know, many spells that will not last if you're incapacitated. So I just wanted to point that out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. If he has an active spell, then it would not be active anymore. That's what you're trying to say.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And so I'm gonna cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself.
Chicken.
I'm going to then activate Giant's Might, and then I'm going to cast Action Surge to regain my attack.
Yes. Somebody understood the assignment. I love it.
Okay, Calamus Longsword for the first swing. And does that still miss even when he's hold personed?
Everything that lands is a crit.
Okay,
and
so
you have a... Sorry. and you have advantage on the
So
attack.
let's get that status on him. Hold on a second, so that it maybe works right.
And I'll just roll again for that one.
Prone, stunned, petrified, incapacitated. Okay.
Is that a hit? I don't think so, right?
Yep, that was a
Oh
hit.
wow.
18. So it's a critical damage. So let's see, how do I do that? I just need to roll another D8 and D12,
Yeah, just the dice, no bonuses.
and I'll add the D6 for giant. Okay, so that's 24 points of damage for my first attack. And okay, still not giving me advantage, so I'll roll again. 19, that definitely hits.
Woo! Get him.
Another 2d8 for critical damage.
Jim
leader. You are
Jim
beating
seems
up.
unfazed
What?
by this. This is not a good sign.
Wait 1 second, this one does not count because I don't have a bonus action. So ignore this damage. Get ahead of
Beating
myself.
up the interim leader.
Yes, precisely. So do not
Damn
give
it.
him that. Undo that
Okay.
9 damage.
I took it away.
Okay, cool.
He's good.
And that'll end my turn.
Wow, everybody's jumping down, beating up on the hippo.
Hey, YouTube, if your DM ever acts like this, run.
Okay, so now we're about to see what these guys are gonna do. What's shit?
Hmm.
Zastar.
I'd be
Zastar.
staring at my friend. Like her and I had a number of conversations. I'd be staring at her, really wondering what she's gonna do.
Good question. What she does is she looks over at her brother and she kind of shrugs, puts her hands up like this, and launches into the air and flies right over next to Ilren. And she has a silver sword.
Yes.
It is a large silver sword. She whips it off of her back and just does a broad swing. She actually gets 2 silver sword attacks. So she is going to lay into him twice. 2 misses.
Yikes.
I've been nervous all week about
Hey,
whether or not they were
don't
going to
forget,
take our
Jim.
side.
16 is going to hit.
Don't
On the
forget
die.
you have advantage, and it's a crit if you land it.
Just remember, we haven't seen the rest of the ship yet.
Well, you may not get to now. However, this big hippo is a hold person, so that's almost like being at the bottom of the ship. All right.
You can take another swing if you got one with advantage, because the second one would have hit. Atta girl. Bam.
All right, so she lands and just lays into this guy with a big old silver greatsword. And I think that will end her turn. She says, I haven't trusted you since you came on board. Something about you. Can't remember what it is, but there's something about you. And so
Shoot.
it's now time for a wisdom saving throw.
No.
And another wisdom saving throw.
Oh, doubles. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, that was Zastra doing it too. So I don't know if his stats are different.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
His advantage on the saving throw.
Yep.
Damn.
Okay. Well, that's
Oh,
good.
well,
enough.
that
All right.
will do.
So he
Do
is
hit
no
the note.
longer. He is. So for his non-action, he will say as he shakes off your magical spell, and he just kind of goes like this, like a big old hippo. You know how they kind of just wag
Yeah.
their tail and poop goes everywhere? It's similar to that, but it's in the front. And as he shakes, his form begins to stretch and darken, and the clothes even begin to meld and sort of melt into his skin, and horns begin to show up. And as he finishes his little shake, I'm trying to copy this image. Let's see, maybe I can copy.
I was gonna at the beginning of the episode say Dolph thinks he's a demon.
Oh, not a demon.
Not a demon.
Not a demon. You might wish.
Even though he looks like a hippo because he's never seen a demon before, he's like, that's what must be what demons
That's
look
what
like.
demons look like. Yeah.
They look like hippos.
Fair.
None of us have ever seen a hippo before.
There we go. So, at his mouth, instead of being this hippo nose, begins to kind of melt back into his face, and his grin gets wider and wider. And if you've seen Spawn, the movie, with the clown as he transforms a little bit,
Yeah.
this might actually remind you of that a little bit, because what you begin to see, I'm almost ready to present it to you. Come on, a little slow. It's a little slow.
Everything always goes back to Lovecraft. Just remember that.
What in the name of all that is holy?
Oh my.
This
Oh,
is
see,
what
I
you
told
see.
you. Oh, this creature is in this needs a manicure. Look at those nails.
Wow.
What a
Yeah,
lovely.
He needs a manicure.
So he's almost got this shark-like thing, big old teeth in his mouth, and he says, "I've been whittling away at this crew for weeks and making them forget it. But now you've blown it for me. I'll have to take you out one at a time, swallow you whole if I have to."
Oh,
Swallow your hole.
That was an amazing Scooby Doo moment right there.
Right. All right. So
It was the fungus on the toilets that took over the ship.
We pulled his hippo mask right off.
That'll keep
mechanic.
herpes. Oh boy. Okay, I have to take you out.
right. Deveros comes running out.
Oh,
"Do not worry, Ozus, my love. I shall defend you if I have to. Throw my body in the way of any incoming attacks, I shall."
go for it, baby. Go get him.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The doors have opened, and the other celestials begin to empty out of the room. Lyson, he takes his moment to direct them, and he goes, "Men, the imposter, our interim leader, he's a fake. Take him out." And they're a little confused. They were coming out to take on all of these new people that had caused a problem. All right, so this guy, He is going to 5, 10, 15, move around the other side of Dell. I think that makes him disappear off the map because there's a wall there. But he is going to attack. Maybe I can. Hold on just a second. Maybe I can remove this. There. Can you see him now? Nope. Still a wall. Hold on. Flip, flip. There.
There it is.
Oh, who's that? Oh, Celestial.
Let's just.
It's good now.
All right. All right. So he's going to attack as well. We're targeting that. He has a long sword, and he is going to make 2 long sword attacks and also has a short sword. So he's going to make 2 long sword attacks. 1. He goes, I can't believe we followed you. We probably had a reason, but I can't remember it. That misses. That's going to hit and do 7 points of damage plus a little bit more. Slashing. All right, and then a short sword attack. Nope, that misses too. All right, moving on.
Wow.
All right, Ozus, what do you want to do? Been a few
I'm
revelations here.
I'm going to cast harm on him.
Harm?
Harm.
All right. Would that be his left harm or his right harm?
Oh, he passed his saving throw. Shoot.
Looks like it.
Oh, he still gets 23 damage though.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
As you do your harm to him, you see some of those wounds that just boil on his skin, they begin to heal.
He's got resistance, doesn't he?
It seems like it's just the cells on his skin are just reforming new skin.
Hmm.
And like a troll?
Kind of like a troll.
Guys, he's like a troll!
You've fought trolls before. This is new.
Mhm.
This is a very interesting, weird thing. As a matter of fact, Zastra goes, "He's a bloody salad."
I'm going to end my. Okay.
And Lyson goes, "Ha! Well, we better get him well dressed then, huh?" All right.
That I'll end my turn.
Okay.
Now, let me see.
All right. So this guy is going to move over and also attack. So I've already got that set. This guy, or whatever, this celestial says, "What's a death slod? So you've got me saying it now. Doing in our camp." Okay, and that was a miss. He says, and so then the slod says, "I've been eating you off one by one. As a matter of fact, I was saving that little one down in the prison cells for a nice appetizer later." All right, that was a good couple of shots. This last guy, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 comes out. All right. And Ezra, you're up.
Yep.
We don't know which side these guys are
We're
on.
gonna do the guiding bolt. All right, pretty good.
He shrugs off your damage. You've lit him up with radiant light, but he just shakes, and the radiant just goes and doesn't seem to phase him.
Great. All right. Well, Ezra would yell to everyone, "Don't, don't do what I just did." It looks like lightning doesn't do anything to him, and that'll be his turn.
All right. I will start hitting him with the sun staff. And that also has a 1d6 necrotic. So it look like it's doing anything?
Necrotic damage. Yeah.
I mean, the necrotic was just 1 point, but the
Yeah,
rest of it was like some fire damage and regular magic damage.
Fire damage didn't seem to add anything to your attack for him.
All right. Still try hitting him again. Chip away. And then the D6 necrotic. 2.
Okay.
And just hit him with an unarmed strike for my bonus action. And the D6 necrotic.
And you guys are all between the sword attacks and even the harm spell, which dealt a fair amount of damage. The radiant damage didn't seem to hurt him so much, or lightning, but you guys are chipping away at him, and he is looking pretty beat up right here. He's getting there. All right, Zith. What is it you want to do?
Well, if he's looking beat up,
It looks like he's shrugging off a lot of the damage, but every hit seems to be doing something to him pretty much.
I should just fireball the whole place.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
And this is psychic damage.
yeah. And then I don't know, Jim, like what the layout of my surroundings are. Like, can I go up top here to get away from him, or is that not? Are these not stairs here?
Yeah, you can go up there. The Gith Yankee is on the stairs that go up, so he's difficult terrain to get past.
Okay, so yeah, I'd want to end up like in back of him here. Clearly, I've probably pissed that guy
Yeah,
off.
she's underneath. This is below deck. But yeah, you can go up on top of that deck. We'll just say that's up above.
Yep, cool. And that is it. Yeah. Owlie would do a flyby to help the next attack on this guy. And run over to him and, well, I guess it's, yeah, and then fly out, providing the help action to like distracting it for the next attack.
For the next attack. Yep. All right. That would be you, Kineas. We'll give you advantage on your first attack.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out, let's see. So it's Alt, and then I click the hotbar button.
Didn't work.
Nope,
I don't know
that
why.
did not. Does not matter. Well, I'm still gonna. I don't count this next one unless it's a nat 20. So just replace the damage. Oh, never mind. I killed the thing.
Ooh, and a purple splat, by the way. That's gross.
The Canadians will take Calamos. Say, I really don't like this fate. And suddenly runes will start swerving around his blade. And he will decapitate the death salad.
Which is kind of like just cutting it in half because its head is so big, it doesn't really have a neck. It just goes into his thick torso. And this almost frog-like giant frog-looking thing.
Yes. And as the blood tries to splatter onto him, it'll be like reflected by his protection from evil and good.
Like hitting
Whatever
a
that
windshield.
thing was. Yeah,
And
it
then
was
it just-
evil death. For sure.
How do the
Celestials.
no? How are they reacting? Do they feel a sense of freedom because their minds were washed off for a while?
Yeah, so they're like, what horrible. And they've seen what Ilren turned into. So they are absolutely disgusted and angry.
That's the part I was going to get at. How angry are they? Like, are we going to be in their way angry? No, I guess not.
Defeated. Nope. So, and so they're like, huzzah! And they're cheering and oi! And all this kind of stuff as they cheer out as the Death Slod's head goes rolling across the stony skin of this god asteroid that you guys have been fighting on. So this leaves you now winners of the battle. What would you like to do next?
We should check on the first mate.
Actually,
See if he's feeling any better.
the Celestials are kind of like, maybe not upset, but there's like, what the hell just happened to us?
Yeah, I mean, they've got to be a little dazed and confused.
Oh, I'm actually going to turn to one of the Celestials and say, hey, are you okay?
I don't know. I feel like I'm missing so much. He just kept talking us into believing there was nothing more. That our memories weren't all that meaningful. It's kind of.
Can you remember how you got here? Can you remember how you got here? And who are we talking to, by the way? I'm running around. Ow! My cat just jumped up.
I don't know who you're talking to. Kineas is talking to one of the veterans, right? One of the
Okay.
Celestials.
Erasma Moontide.
Yeah. I just They're just parts of things I don't remember.
As he said this, I know Kineas doesn't have the ability to help these people. He doesn't have any sort of clerical abilities, but he is a warlock to a word archon. Is there any way I could try to use my connection to Candor to help them?
If you have some kind of a restoration spell, that might work.
Nope. Not like that. I don't have any actual spells or abilities to do anything like that.
Yeah.
Only healing abilities, the healing light and cure wounds.
You can perhaps lead him to the to maybe like you want to pray with him or something like that. That might do something, but long term, perhaps
Yeah,
the god.
James will mutter, I wish Anea was here. She can at the very least tell them where Candor is. Maybe the library could help them.
Yeah.
Actually, and do I even feel it? Anea, she's obviously, I feel that she's alive or dead, right?
Nope. You don't feel anything.
Oh. I can still feel our connection, though. Like, not like, whether, her health area, but like she's still in the same reality as me.
I don't know. Can you sense that she's in the same reality, or?
Let's put it this way. I feel like I would know if she was dead. I would know if that happened, I could just resummon her.
Yeah, you tried to resummon, and maybe you didn't.
Yeah.
You tried to communicate with her, and you couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she is. If she's alive, she's far enough away that you can't. You don't know what to do.
Yeah. Yes, I'll just say to Celestial, I'm sorry, I don't have the ability to help you with your memories. If I did, I would do what I could, but powers are more pointed.
Zith would start to push Ezra and Oz towards the situation. Whoever Kineas is trying to talk to, like, hey, don't you guys have some prayers of healing or restoration?
Yeah, let me see what spells I have.
Yeah, I have restoration.
Yeah, I have lesser restoration.
Okay. What does
I have resurrection.
lesser...
I have greater.
Yeah, what's the difference between greater and a lesser? Could you read that off?
So lesser, you touch a creature and can either, you can end either a disease or one condition afflicting it. Condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
I would try the greater one. That's Zit's gut. He would assume that this might be something that only a cleric can dispel. I'm happy to try it on my own.
I mean, is it a curse? Because I've removed curse as well.
I think greater restoration would probably be your better bet.
I don't think I have it equipped.
I have greater restoration.
Do you? Okay.
You already have that prepared? Did you pray for that? Ozus?
Yeah, where does it say I had to pray for it before we left?
You have to prepare your spells. So when you have a long rest, you prepare the spells that you want to have available to use for that day.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay. Well, then you can cast it if it's prepared and ready to go.
Yeah. Do I just throw it, or do I have to select something?
You can pick a target, right? And you pick one creature. So choose someone you want to restore memories to, or see if you can do that.
Ooh. Who do you guys think?
I think maybe the second mate.
Oh yeah, that's mine.
Can you ping him on the board so I can see where he's at?
Right over here.
He's like inside, right?
Cook?
Yeah.
The cook?
Yeah, the cook,
This is
right.
the first mate downstairs too.
Yeah, he might be too far gone. But maybe, yeah, I mean, that's the other option.
Here we go. Oh, I gotta get closer.
Yeah, who did you choose?
The who's in here? The first mate?
The cook?
No.
That's the second mate?
That's
Or do you
the
mean the
second
first mate downstairs? The one who's
Are you talking
behind
about-
the door.
This is this the first mate?
That's the second mate.
No.
First mate?
Those guys are just celestial sailors.
Okay. Where is the first mate? Can you bring him right here?
No, he's
He is still
downstairs,
trapped in-
locked in a room.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Then
You
the
and
next
your lover boy were trying to
Yeah,
talk him into
okay.
coming out.
Well, now that the hippo is defeated, let's go downstairs if he's still there.
Yeah, we should see if he's feeling any better.
What do you want
Does
to
that
bet
take me-
for electronic that he is still locked in his room, crazy as a
So-
bumblebee?
I hope not.
I'll head down there with them. Most of these I don't trust all this other.
He was most concerned with Ilrin, so hopefully we've taken care of him.
Yes. I'll tell the Celestial I'm talking to. That I'm heading downstairs to help my allies with the first mate, and then I'll follow the crew.
Well, I'm down there.
And maybe
Knock, knock.
Yes,
Land, knock, knock. Land shark.
maybe grab Kaisera and have her come down too. The cook's
Does
second mate.
Deveros call me? I should assume, but is Deveros behind me?
Yes, Devros will be at your side.
lover boy.
I go to Deveros. I say, "Come on, baby, don't be so stuck up. Get this door open for us."
And this is why I did not trust you to do this.
I'm quoting Cheech and Chong.
I don't know who that is.
You
Obviously-
just ruined my night.
Is it night? I don't think there's
Cheech
time,
and Chong.
a day-night cycle here.
You don't know who Cheech and Chong is? I feel super old. Did Jay throw up?
All right. So you are down by the locked stateroom. What do you do?
I'm like, you can come out now. The danger's gone.
No, Elren has sent you to kill me. I know it.
Ugh.
What's left? You're gonna take what's left of mine.
Ilrin was a monster. We killed him.
You what?
Killed him. It's
We
gone.
killed him. He's gone.
Kill him. Yeah. He's chum. He's space chum.
I dare not hope. I dare not hope. Hold on.
No hope. Hope. Try hope. Give hope a chance.
He is gone.
He's gone.
You've done it. You've
Yes.
done
Open the
it.
door.
Open the door. No, wait. Uh-oh. Oh, a tiefling. Is he a tiefling too?
He was a tiefling. Figaro, I believe.
Yep, Figaro.
Tiefling the tiefling.
Image. All right. You step into a stateroom. It is very simple but elegant. The warm light of the wall sconce bathes the mahogany bookshelves and crimson bedsheets. Sitting on the edge of the bed is a purple-skinned tiefling. He stares at you with hope on his face. In his hand is a small cube that he tucks away into his pocket, about the size of a die.
Well,
He looks cool.
he's still scared, is what he is, right?
I have to trust that you've actually killed him. I don't sense him anymore. I don't sense him anymore. I think he's gone.
What do you remember?
I don't remember anything. That's the problem.
Try to heal him, Ozus.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to throw greater restoration on him.
Okay. Go ahead, cast it. Da, 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 da. Oh. Ah. By the land around us, I feel whole again. I
Whole again?
remember. And he looks at you, he says, "Ah, brother Tiefling.
We
You've
hug
done
each
it."
other. You're safe now. You're free.
I am. I owe you my life. I owe you my mind. My mind is everything that I have. As a wizard,
Well,
you take that away, and I can't do anything.
no, I'm not going to take it away. But we would like you to explain to us what happened here.
Ilren did. He was a death slod. He was stealing memories from everyone, so no one would question him. He practically drove me mad. But with what little shred of my mind that I had left, I remembered one thing. I remembered that I had a cube. And I locked myself in here and protected myself with it.
Ooh.
He couldn't get in here that way. So, thank the gods, I was able to survive long enough for you to arrive. Who knew you would come?
Thank the
We certainly
God.
didn't.
Yeah. So this cube that you have, do you think it's parts? Does it belong somewhere else, or does it? I try to get him
no.
for me to look at the cube. He won't let me see the cube.
It's a cube of force.
Cube of force.
That's a powerful. It's a powerful magic item that puts up a force field around you of different types, depending on which face of the cube you touch. So for me, I was able just to lock myself in here and keep him out. Made him at least leave me alone long enough. So there's that.
So who else is in the room with me?
Most people, I think.
Is everyone in here?
No.
Okay.
I kind of backed out just to make room because
It's a small room.
yeah.
So I
it's a tiny
explained to
little-
him. I explained to him the mission we're on, and we're finding the different parts. There's 7 parts we're missing. We're looking for, correct?
Oh, you're seeking another one
6?
of the pieces of the rod?
Yeah, a rod.
Interesting. Well, the captain had one of the pieces of the rod. We used it
Ooh,
to
where is the
create
captain?
portals. I don't know. She
Oh, you
was on
don't know where
prow
the
of
captain
ship.
is. She
She
was.
was on the prow of the ship, but when the Zenith broke apart, I don't know where she ended up.
When's the last time you've been on the deck?
I don't know. It's probably been, I don't know, a couple of days at least.
Well, do you want to go upstairs? When do you come upstairs? Come up.
Sure.
Yeah. Actually, what
It'd
have
be
you been
nice
eating
to
this
stretch
entire
my
time?
legs for a change. Not feel so crazy.
Also, we have some good news. We do have a portal out of here.
Oh.
Yeah, but first, I want to take him to the deck.
Okay. You take him up to the deck. He goes up to the deck. He greets all of his shipmates who are very happy to see him.
Who's the captain here?
Well, the captain is not here. We were on
Okay.
this part of the ship.
I was
Broke
hoping that
apart.
maybe
Captain. You were hoping maybe what?
maybe he had forgotten that who the captain was, and the captain in fact was on the ship, and we just weren't aware of it.
I see.
Pauses. That would make our lives too easy.
Well, I
No, we
assure
knew the
you,
captain went away and hasn't come back.
Okay.
I offer you no
Just wanted to
deception
double check.
whatsoever.
So
I
what do we
actually
all
owe
get
you
to the
my
deck?
life.
I know you do. I mean, well, you might, but
Anyway, so
I want you to explain to us a little bit more of what exactly happened.
Well, the Lambent Zenith was on a mission.
Mission? Okay, check.
Yeah, to bring light throughout the multiverse. We traveled across the astral plane,
Check.
doing what we could everywhere we went to help people and rid all of this plane from darkness.
Okay, check.
Check. You got a checklist?
Yeah.
And we were doing well, but at one point the captain engaged the portal engine again, and we came out here and hit upon a fragment of this dead god, Havoc, a chaos god, and the ship broke apart into at least three major pieces. So we haven't seen people from the other segment. Davros landed on the starboard segment. You can't see it from here. You can't see either of them from here. But Davros landed there and made it across Havoc to here.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Okay.
But barely. So we basically had harnessed the conjuration magic within that piece of the rod. It allowed us to very quickly traverse the multiverse.
Okay.
The captain stored it below the bridge on the ship's prow. There is an emergency security protocol that kept the rod secure and safe. But when the ship was broken apart, I'm quite positive that activated the security protocol and locked the rod down, and perhaps the captain with it. I don't know.
So that would be inside the ship here.
There are glyphs in the ship. One is down below on this segment of the ship, and the other is probably on the starboard side of the ship. I haven't seen that wreckage. If it's still there, there's one there, and if you unlock both of those, then it will unlock. It'll kind of like turn off the security protocol.
Gotcha.
But as far as I know, the rod is still in that safe room the captain built. But you can't get to it because of these ward safety protocols. So if you intend to unlock it, then you're going to need to go to the starboard section and find it in there and unlock it. And then you should be able to then make your way to the prow, and hopefully the safety room will be opened.
So, will it be a
Oh,
problem
man.
with the rod for you guys? I mean, you say you're using it to travel the multiverse, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I understand your ship's broken, but like, you'll either eventually get, if you get when you get off this rock, you would imagine aim to either go home or get a new ship. Would that be a problem?
All my fault that we're stranded here anyway. I should have told the captain.
Told her what?
I knew about the dangers of this stretch of the astral sea, but I didn't warn the captain since the route was so economical. I believed it would be easier for the crew to traverse, but unfortunately, our shipwreck is all my fault.
I wouldn't say it's all your fault.
I mean, I mostly blame Havoc.
It sounds like we still have to find the captain, and that'll help bring about.
Either way, I want you to take a look at something first, and I will hand him my spyglass. Now I'll point straight.
Yeah,
at where
Dell
the
also
portal-
wanted to check out the starboard section because he wants to see the tree end.
Yeah.
But that's not as important as finding the rod.
Well, maybe. Who knows?
Well, the
It
captain
might
has-
be necessary.
Yeah, I mean, the captain has the rod, so we have to find the captain, correct?
Well, the captain's on the same part of the ship as the rod. I don't know if she has the rod.
Valid.
So how do you suppose we can explore the prow? Could you come with us? Surely a wizard of
the way.
would be able to fly.
Or Deveros, if you could
We
show
all
us the
can
way.
fly. It's just very dangerous. There have been all kinds of monster attacks just before I went and hid.
Don't you feel like if
If we stick together, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree with that.
monsters we can handle. Yes, but first, anyway, I would like to hand him my spyglass and show him the portal out of here. So he knows about it. And I will explain to him. So that portal is in a.
That's a long ways away.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I mean, we can fly, so it's not that big of a deal.
Do you know how many times we can die between here and there?
101,001.
Actually, once is enough.
Once is never enough. I can say that because I've died before. It was a weird experience. Anyway, yes,
Never
but that
died
portal.
in the astral sea.
No, I have not. I'm not looking to find out either, but what happens,
Best hope
happens.
you never do.
Why? I mean, does it stop you from going to the afterlife?
I'm not sure anyone ever gets to the afterlife if they die here.
No,
This is
yeah, you
where-
kind of.
This is where the gods come to die.
So you're saying the captain? Okay.
And he
The
gestures
captain-
down to the ground, like, see?
Okay, guys, we can not
Well,
die here.
Well, let's explore the rest of the ship. If you could show us the rest of the
And also,
ship.
you mentioned there is a glyph we need to deactivate on this part of the ship as well.
And he's got the cube.
Yes. We can't,
Okay.
can't
Yeah.
get to it, though. How do we get to it?
That's what
Where
I'm
is
trying to
it?
figure out.
So let's start with where is the rune on this part of the ship?
Down in the hold.
Oh, so we got to
Okay.
go back downstairs?
Hold on a second. No, he goes, no, it's down in my room.
Oh,
that's
back
good.
to your room we go. Okay.
All right, so he takes one of you, or as many of you care to go. We're not going to move you around the map. You just go down there, and on the headboard, you noticed it had some fine filigree stuff all along the headboard, making it look so fancy. But there is one part of it that looks a little different. And as he speaks, let's see, hold on a second. Oops, where? I lost my place in my notes. Hold on just a second. There we are. Good. Here it is. Okay. He says, I ask you. So who went down to the bedroom with him?
I did. Yeah, we both did.
Who's we both? This?
Ace and I.
Oh, Kines and you.
Yes, and Ozzy.
All right.
Yeah.
He looks at you and he says, I hope you will keep my secret.
Okay, your secret's safe with us.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, sure. Tell us.
I knew about the dangers of this area while we were spell jamming across the astral sea. And I kept this information from the captain.
How did you know?
This you feel as he speaks it to you, you feel this weight on you that ties itself to what you have come to realize is the weight or the boon of Vecna, right?
Oh,
So you have the hand or the eye of Vecna as your boon. And so this mark is upon you that lets you use that boon. And that's when it kind of resonates, almost kind of echoes, has a little reverb as he tells you his secret.
so we feel it as he's telling us.
Yeah, like this is a secret. And
Okay.
secrets have power.
Okay, so only Oz and I know this one.
Yeah,
Do we get any
but
kind of mark on our body or anything like that, or
you will
or is this
find
a-
no. It's kind of a mark on your soul.
Or inside of our heads?
Yeah, yeah. And so you all will feel something. You all will feel something. So Zith feels it, Ezra feels it, Del feels it. Even though the secret was told to your friends, you have a sense, you have a feeling of something that went on. You felt this before. You felt this when Andrina, back in Neverwinter, said that she knew that Lord Neverwinter didn't have a legitimate claim to the throne.
Oh, cool. So this is like okay.
You know, as maybe was discussed at some point between you and Sarcelle, that was escorted out of the dungeon by your drow washbuckling friend who isn't with you
the
anymore.
anti-portal.
Okay.
The person who portaled with us.
Yeah. And in inside Webb's, was it called Webb's End?
Webb's Deep.
Oh, it was something like
Webb's End. Yeah.
Webb's Edge or Webb's End.
Webb's
I think it was
Edge,
Webb's
yeah.
End. Gertrude told you about her friend Roxana, knew about an imminent attack by Wolf cultists, but they provided no warnings.
Yep.
So these are things that you sense and feel as a secret. Like this bears weight in the multiverse somehow. Likely
so
because of your connection with Vecna.
And so we have a total of 4 secrets currently.
Yes.
Okay. No, I had another secret from the original one too, from the woman who knew Vecna was coming.
Yeah, that's Sarcelle.
Okay. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we got a secret from Indra, Sarcelle, Gertrude, and Figaro, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to put those in the next session somewhere that we can all see those.
So after this happens, how do we, like, I know we have this burden or something. That's what it feels like, or something like that.
I've just created a new thread in our in-session chat.
I think you feel like that these secrets let you tap into Vecna's power a little bit.
Zith is very pleased about this.
Anyone say anything? I cannot hear anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for how long once it kicks in? Is it a constant?
No, it seems like it's tied to the secrets. Remember that Vecna is the god of secrets, and you now bear a mark of Vecna, and
I have
granted a boon.
Right.
This connection with Vecna allows you to use the boon, so you have a certain number of uses of your boon that are available to you.
Where did we put the boons in our features?
I don't know if you
items.
put it on your character sheet. I know that Kineas did. He created kind of a
Which I just
potion
made.
that mimics the ability of the boon.
It's a potion of clairvoyance. I
Yeah.
just relabeled it.
So that's the eye of Vecna, and then the hand of Vecna allows you to deal extra damage. So you just need to maybe create an item that lets you just track it manually and give it, I think it's 5 charges or 3 charges. I
Yeah,
can go look
5.
it up again. And that lets you deal extra damage that number of times. I think it's a D10 or something like that, right?
That sounds right.
Right here. Yeah, D10 necrotic. And it gives you 5 temporary hit points. Yep.
Okay. Captain.
Okay.
Well, how do we see the rest of the ship then? How do we get
Oh,
get
We can fly over there.
you could fly over there.
We just might get attacked, but
Oh, we're
They're all-
definitely going to get attacked.
All manner of parasitic predators on this god corpse. Kind of up
have
to
we
what you
been
dare
hanging
to
out
do.
on this ship for an hour since we defeated
You tell me.
Ilrin?
We have to. Where is Sirit? Yeah, Deborah says, yes, Sirit. She used to play cards with me. I remember. Where's Sirit? Says Figaro. Where is she?
Is she over on starboard section?
No, she's here.
She should be here.
Did that thing eat her?
I do not know.
We got to find her. Crew, spread out and see if Sirit is still alive. So they begin to scour the ship looking for her. It isn't long after where someone cries out, "The brig! She's in the brig!" He says, "How is that possible? That's below deck."
right?
I can hear her. So everyone goes down to the same level that has like the second floor, the first level. And below that in the storeroom, men are prying up floorboards in that storage room area. And so they actually get that whole thing pried up and head down underneath and free Sirit from the brig that she's in. She comes up. This is Sirit. I will show you what Sirit looks like. Oh, let me just copy this. Copy image. All right, so this is Sirit. She is a little halfling. She says, "Lands, it took forever for you to get to me. I guess that Slod had it all figured out on how to pin me down there and keep you all from coming to me." She says, "I saw Ilrin's true aberrant form, but I confronted Ilrin about the deception, and the Death Slot, of course, overpowered me and locked me down here in the brig instead of killing me. I think he had other plans for me. With a certain ritual, he can create a green slod with the sacrifice. I think that's what he was planning, so I'm glad that he has been taken care of.
Jim, what do I roll some sort of check on what I know about sloths?
I don't know if you know anything about sloths. These are all extraplanar creatures. You guys, up until now, have been, hanging out on the material plane.
Yeah, mostly dealt with our ghosts and Starspawn.
Yeah, those are the only other things you've dealt with from other planes, or like ghosts, or Starspawn manglers, star-spangled manglers. Those are those guys.
We mainly dealt with the ethereal plane, not the astral.
Right. So she says, "Yeah, I tried to talk to Figaro about Ilrin, but Figaro didn't do anything. I think Ilrin magically manipulated Figaro's mind. So then I confronted Ilrin, but like I said, he stuck me down and kept me away from everyone. I don't know why he didn't kill me, except maybe he was, like I said, trying to reproduce."
First, I'm very glad you're okay. Second, you. Third, we probably should get you some medical attention just in case. And I will turn to the cleric to see you. I said, first, I'm very glad you're okay. Second, you. Third, we probably should get you some medical attention just to make sure, there's no slot or whatever, no salad in you.
Salad, that's cute.
Yeah, I heard one of the other crew scream it. It's honestly, I just can't stop saying it. Ezra, we need you. We need a doctor.
A doctor for who?
Or what do you need?
Can you help check to make sure she's salad free?
No, I have no eggs or
She's
anything
what?
inside me. I would know. And she also, a very colorful outfit, begins to transform and become feathery. And she reveals herself to be a coatl. She says,
Whoa.
I didn't mean to be any kind of deception, but I just feel more comfortable around others when I'm in a form that more closely matches them.
Yowza. I'm sorry, that's rude. I've just... Yowza.
Yowza is right.
I took it upon myself to help protect the crew. Because of their mission being purely motivated.
Do we know what a coatl is, Jim?
Well, you're looking at one.
Yeah, but I mean, like, other than it being a giant snake with wings.
She is a celestial. She'll tell you. She says, "I can see by the way you're looking at me, you've never seen my kind before."
No, I've literally only met 3 other celestials in my life before today.
Well, aside from the crew here, which are the sailors that are celestials, I was created with my kind as guardians and caretakers. But we were created by a benevolent God not worshipped since the dawn of time, and which is forgotten now by all but the coatls themselves.
Oh,
Most of
Yeah,
the
good.
divine mandates that we live by are long since fulfilled or failed. However, many of us still watch over ancient power, awaiting fulfillment of prophecy, or safeguarding the heirs of creatures that once guided and protected. Um, or safeguarding the creatures that we once guided and protected. Regardless, I prefer to remain hidden, revealing myself only when it's most important. And at that, she reverts back to her halfling form in her brilliantly colored outfit.
She goes back?
Yeah, she reverts back to her halfling form.
She just wanted to flex.
well, this has been a day.
Yes, it has.
I miss Hanea. I hope
So-
she's okay.
So you met a Gaff, you met a Coatl, and you met a Death Slod, who's really the Gaff, but yeah. You've been busy.
Yeah, this is the weirdest
Mhm.
day of our lives. This is coming close to being one of the weirdest days of our lives. And we fought an undead dragon.
Well, tell me about your quest.
Well, the current one, well, we just finished a bunch of quests actually, but the current one we're on is we are trying to stop Vecna, Lord the Unseen. He's called the Unseen One, right? Lord of Secrets. We're working for this group of archmages who, I guess, are squatting in the city of Doors.
Hmm.
I honestly don't know what their deal is. Either way, they're trying to stop Vecna, and we kind of got caught in their mess. So we're trying to clip the rod of 7 parts.
It was a fairly safe place in the multiverse. Perhaps that is why they are squatting there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess it's safe. It's that if you're squatting, because apparently we leave, they leave their house the normal way. The goddess of that place is gonna smite them or something. I'm not sure.
Maybe that way they control who comes and goes.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I'm sure that everyone has their reasons. I just don't know most of the details on this. Anyway, so I do my best to explain what we've experienced so far with the whole Vecna stuff, and kind of explain that we were involved in some relatively smaller time stuff before, literally right before this, and before all that happened, an angry god picked up our ship and tossed us to some abandoned island with an obelisk on it. And that's how this all got started. It's been a crazy week.
What's her reaction?
She's not, I mean, she's certainly seen many things, but this story of Vecna seems to concern her a little bit. Well, you are talking about powers far greater than yours and mine. How did you get mixed up in all this?
Angry god threw us at an obelisk, and we met a bunch of wizards who we kind of screwed up their ritual or something. And we got talked into helping because it's either this or let the multiverse be ruled by an evil undead god. And that's kind of literally the thing we do our best to stop. We're very professional about this, actually. This is our second undead god.
You've defeated other undead gods?
Well, they're cults. But we stopped one of them from having a stone that annihilates reality. It lets them rewrite reality.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get that captain though.
Be careful of your path into the future. The powers you go up against are immense.
Yeah.
They are greater than even what 3 wizards can put together. This Vecna, I'm sure, is very, very powerful. If you cross his path the wrong way, no doubt you could cease to exist. And then she looks over at Zith. And like her eyes just kind of glide over to him. And she looks at him and she turns her head a little bit sideways and she says, "Oh, you stand on the brink of non-existence, don't you?"
Zith would look back at her confused and say, "How would you know that?"
Your eyes are the windows to your soul, and I see your soul is bound.
Yes. Yes,
To the
that was
ruins.
Yes, that is true. My friends have done an amazing job of keeping me alive and bound to it. We had an opportunity to hopefully thwart whoever might have it, and I jumped at the chance. It's been harrowing since, but yes, it's safe for now.
For now.
Yes, it's been left with my cult. So, actually, what's really the difference between a cult and a religious group?
Oh, that's a $1 million question, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess it's about how major a god is or socially accepted. Either way, I've blessed it with a bunch of people who worship, who's literally our whole deal is trying to write out the fabric of reality. So this stone is literally the antithesis to everything we're about.
Do you have interest in the stone? What do you know of the stone?
I only know that it exists. It has been around a long, long time. I'm sorry for you.
Well, that's okay. Feeling right now, but how big is this thing?
How big is what thing?
Her.
Oh, she's a halfling.
But what's this dragon here?
Well, that was her true form that she showed before she converted back.
Oh. In your other form, have you flown around this planet, or even in your form now? I mean,
no,
your other
very
one is more
dangerous.
formidable.
You've probably heard this before, but it's very dangerous.
Yeah, well, we have to get to that. We have to get to the prow. We cannot leave. We cannot leave. We cannot help you. We must get to that prow.
Well, I suggest that you try to use what powers you have to travel there safely. Our crew's quite limited in what we can do.
Would you come with us?
I don't know if we can all do that safely. How do you propose?
No, you specifically, and maybe Big or L.
Who else will protect this crew here if another attack comes? Who else has the power to fight them off?
I would point to what is her name?
I
what's her
feel
name?
like I
Sarah.
should stay here. However, if you find a way for us all to leave together and travel to a different part of Havoc, then I will absolutely consider that. We're going to have to try to work out how we're going to travel off of Havoc to your portal.
Yes.
So maybe you'll be able to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, we should
Because
all
you had-
move together. Take whatever you need from here.
But how can we do that safely?
Do you guys have any lifeboats?
What did you say?
Do you guys have any lifeboats or anything? I mean, you're on a
Nope.
magic.
What we have is here.
I mean, like on the other piece of the ship. Like, do you have like,
The captain has the other. Wait, is it me or does the captain have the other piece?
have to have the other piece of the rod.
Yeah.
So there's not like anything like on like one of the other pieces of the ship, like a lifeboat of, oh hey, our ship is sinking in the actual sea. Everyone on board the lifeboat.
Nah, it doesn't work that way. It'd be nice if it did, but it doesn't.
Some have lifeboats. I think ours were lost in the crash. But as Deveros has explained to you, and Deveros walks up to Ozus.
There we go. Is he broken? Is the spell broken?
And he walks up to Ozus and pushes him back and says, come here, and tries to push you off to the side a little bit, and then thunder waves you right off the boat.
He thunders waves me off the boat?
Yeah, and you go flying.
Mm-hmm.
But you quickly just turn yourself around and come back. But he says, do that again, and I'll stick this shillelagh right up your backside. You hear me?
I'll just ask him not to take it too seriously.
As Ozus said that,
But he asked him, how can we get them?
as
He asked him
Ozus says
to see
that
what happens.
Although I will say, as Ozus says, don't take this shit seriously, I will slap him on the back of the head. Dude, you don't charm people. Specifically people who have done nothing wrong to you. That's, at the very least, bad etiquette, if not worse. And also,
You live
you
and
owe
learn.
an apology. At least say
I
sorry.
apologize. Yeah, I apologize.
I'm sorry for my friend. He mostly eats charcoal. I'm not sure what that has done to his brain.
So
Well, he tells us.
Figaro pulls you guys all aside and says,
I was just going to ask,
what?
what does he say now?
Figaro?
Yeah.
He says, as first mate, it's my duty to keep the remaining crew that we have here alive. So we're going to stay, and we want to hear word back from you. Perhaps a message spelled to stay in touch and tell us your progress. We are going to need to kind of
That's fair.
protect ourselves here. So we'll hunker down inside the ship. I suggest you try to find a safe way to get across those 300 yards to the next section. I've been able to spy it from the top of that, and he points over to one of these, like, kind of some kind of a bone or something. Maybe it's a hip bone or something sticking up. And he points to that. It's got some sharp skin that is turned to stone, so it looks like the set of a Star Trek episode, the original series. And he's like, from atop there, before we started to get swarmed by things, but I was able to see how far away the starboard ship is, and I could make out where the prow is by the heart. So I think if you can either take a stealthy approach, trying to stay to the cover of the terrain and use the terrain to your advantage, or you can just try to beeline it straight for it flying and hope that you don't draw too much attention doing that. But you're likely to. If you go out in the open, you're likely to draw attention. So I strongly suggest that you look for some way to not be seen by all the things that are between here and there.
I would ask Figaro, like, when I size him up, like, what level of wizard would I think he is? Compared to me, I guess. I know I wouldn't know a level as a character, but like
experience, like you would say, looking for experience.
Yeah.
He's probably somewhere around half your level.
Okay. So I would ask, I would say, Figaro, I understand you want to, you need to stay here and keep this ship safe. I get that. A couple questions. One, do you have a sending stone or any other type of way that we can contact you if we get over there?
I don't. All I have here is my cube, and we can cast message spells back and forth.
So I have to take the cube, or
you have to what?
How does that work? Do I have to take the cube from you to be able to communicate with you?
No. That's all I have. You may be able to use it in a pinch, but I'm willing to give that to you because you have all saved my life.
Oh, so you're going to give us the cube?
It's all I have.
Is that cube?
Yeah, but
when you cast it, is
the
it
cube with him?
But how do we answer I mean, what does he have here to know that we've sent him a message?
Ziff, do you know the message?
Someone has message spell, right?
Yeah, but it's not that.
So you
long.
can send them a message.
Or do you have the sending spell?
It's not. I don't have
what's
sending.
The range?
Yeah, the range on the message is not that. It's not as far as we have to go. So okay, my other question is, when you cast the force cube, is it centered on you? Can it move with you, or is it fixed to some structure or some area?
It won't move until you undo it.
Got it. Okay, well, I have by perchance, do you know the invisibility spell? You seem a wizard of some stature.
I do know invisibility.
Okay. I mean, this sounds crazy, but how many of us could you make invisible?
Just one.
You can't upcast it, or you can't make more of us invisible, huh?
No.
Okay.
How long the duration?
I would ask the halfling. Do you have anything that might be able to help us get over there?
Um,
And
Deborah
or
has to do-
communicate with you?
mm, I can.
I have a crazy idea. Probably a bad one. So not my worst.
Yeah. Most of our ideas are bad ones.
And most of us here are crazy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean,
There are
like,
5 Stormbreakers.
what
Yep.
is it? What is you want to know if I can do?
Either can you or both, can you make all of us invisible except for if you're, if you can't do all of us except for Caneus? And or 2, do you have anything that would allow us to send you a message back if we get over there, as you requested, to sort of see on how we're doing?
I might be able to see.
Ah, okay. Well, you'll have to trust us then. I have Ezra, and I would ask Ezra and Ozus. Do you guys have the sanctuary spell?
No, not anymore.
Sirit does.
I think Ezra does. Who?
Sirit.
Is that the halfling?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's one down. She has no invisibility spells, but she has a sanctuary spell. And the sanctuary spell, I'm just checking. Hold on, just let me tease this idea out. It might be a bad one. I just gotta check the spell. Yeah, we can only do one. Okay.
Do I have sanctuary?
So
If I take a long rest, I start the day with the sanctuary spell on myself automatically.
oh, okay.
It's called it's like
Ezra, do you
tranquility.
have it? Todd, do you have the sanctuary spell?
Not anymore.
No, Todd.
Let me check.
Not as a hammer. He can hit you with.
I do have a hammer.
And if it doesn't heal you all the way or something, or heal you above 50%, it'll put sanctuary on you automatically. But I don't think that would really apply here.
I mean, here's my plan. Yep.
What's your plan, sir?
My plan, all I got is well, there's 5 of us, right? So I can the tiefling Figaro can make one of us invisible. I can make myself invisible. I can cast sanctuary on somebody else. That's 3 of us. Ozus, if you take a long rest, you can prepare spells, right? You probably have it able to prepare. Todd, you have it able to prepare. I think that covers 5 of us. And we fly over there and hope shit doesn't hit the fan. That's about as good as I got.
Yeah, and so the reason you wouldn't need me to do it is because I have protection from evil and good.
No, I was going to cast sanctuary on you and make me invisible, and then everyone else can take care of themselves. And Figaro can make one person invisible. So you and I can be invisible. Del will have sanctuary on him. Ozus and Ezra can both cast sanctuary on themselves. And we make a run for it.
Because it would only be it's like at the start of the day until it ends, and it's definitely ended because I've been in combat.
Yeah. That's all I got. I mean, it does only help.
I'm down with let's just go for it.
Yeah.
Scoot over there as fast as we can and hope for the best.
For all the sanctuary people, all it means is, you don't if somebody attacks you, they have to roll a wisdom thing or hit someone else. The second you attack, it goes away. We might be beat up by the time we get there, but I say we go for it.
I don't see Sanctuary, though, on my spell list.
After you take a long rest, I think you can, as a cleric, I think you can pick whatever you want from.
No, I don't see it even available to me.
Oh, I mean, if Todd
Which
has
level?
it,
Which level is it at?
it's first.
Which level?
First, it's a bonus action.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
is-
Yeah. Okay, I see it.
So that's my best idea. I don't know what waiting here a day does. It could screw us. We've clearly made a ruckus, but unless we want to like ride the lightning and just do what we do now, that's my best idea.
I think we're in pretty good shape. I could keep going. But I don't know how everyone else feels on spell slots and whatnot.
Honestly, if I just rest an hour, I should be fine on mine. Not that I have very much noise spells.
Yeah, short rest is perfect for me.
The clerics can't get their sanctuary spell, but maybe that's okay, and we just go for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to take a nap for the night?
I think let's go. Let's take a long rest, and that way we can be prepared for what's coming. Because once we get on the other, let's say everything goes right and we don't get caught. We're still going to deal with whatever.
Yeah, we're still. Yeah, because the last fight I used a lot of my heavy duty.
Okay. Then I'd ask the halfling if it was okay if we took one night of rest before we go. And did she think, or Figaro thought, or Kaisera that there was any downside to that? We'll protect ourselves. You don't have to worry about us. We don't mean to be a burden, but we could use some rest after that fight.
He throws us off the bridge. Throws us off the boat. Get out of here.
Sure.
Okay. Zith would, I don't know if we're going to be inside or whatever. If they're going to put us on the bow of the ship, I'd do my magic hut. If not, we'd go inside and maybe sleep on the floor.
Actually, Zith, before we go to sleep, do you want to ask Davros if he can teach you the sending spell?
Do it, Caneas. He's not happy with Oz's right now, so maybe.
No, he's not happy with me. Oh well.
Not Davros. Is it Davros or Figaro who's the wizard?
Figaro.
Figaro is the wizard. Yeah, Davros is the
druid.
Yeah, sorry.
The druid.
You want to ask Figaro if he can teach you the sending spell?
I did. Didn't. I mean, I asked him if he could do anything to help us communicate from distance, and he didn't. But she said that she could potentially see us remotely or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they can scry on us. Sounds fine.
I don't know how the sigils work. We may have to take a long rest and go hit it again, but don't we have to make a stop at another one to then get to the prow? Isn't that what he said?
Yep.
Yeah. So we definitely need a long rest. This could be brutal.
Okay. So we're taking long rest, right?
Yep.
And then
you are switching your spells. The only switch that I think you need, unless you have something else I'm not thinking of, is you need to pick up Sanctuary, and Ezra does too.
So What am I giving up here? I don't need bless, do I?
I mean, I wish you guys would use bless, but you guys have an aversion to it. But yeah, we could use it.
Figaro says, when you find the other ward, the glyph, then you just need to whisper this very closely to it to unlock it. And, oh, that's Davros. Should have been Figaro. Sorry. Try that again. There we go.
I love it. Thank you so much.
This will deactivate it and hopefully unlock the safe room.
If you don't mind, tomorrow morning, I would. If we could take your cube, that might be helpful. If we don't have to use it, we won't.
Whoops! You don't get to take a long rest, Del.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you're going to rest, but you don't get to actually click that until you've completed a long rest. And you haven't done that yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because what's going to happen is you guys bed down for the night and your ship gets attacked.
Ah.
Oh, I already took a long rest.
Yep, undo it or whatever. Your long rest is going to get interrupted.
Oh.
You managed to fight off the assailants without any major problems, but you don't get to complete a long rest by the end of your period. You've had to get up and fight. It was not a big deal. There were just a lot of these cloakers, and the whole crew came to the ready, and you fought them off. However,
yeah,
it ruined your rest. Now what will you do?
So, but we did get a short rest, right?
Yep.
Yep. So everybody.
I just spent the things that I had recovered.
Yeah.
So I can do a short rest.
Yeah.
I think it still will do the same thing.
I'm gonna try this. So let me just see if there's anything I want to do here. Fly. I don't need fly, do I? Oh, trying to screw it up. So I'm going to add in this and a first level spell.
Well, it really didn't. My long rest didn't really do anything for me. It didn't even reset my because I had to do the 1 day thing.
Same. Weird.
Yeah, so I just switched back my spell.
Yeah. So you guys don't get to cast Sanctuary. So I guess we got to do it the hard way, guys. Is everybody still in?
Should have one less.
Yeah. Man.
Spell.
Yeah, the only big thing is that I just don't have a. I'd like to recover some of these spell slots.
Just spend it.
I hate to unbreak the party up, but I mean, the other option is just a few of us could go, but it's usually a bad choice.
Oh yeah, no, it's not a good idea.
Okay.
We just.
I can, if Figaro can make one person invisible, I vote that to be Kineas. Oh no, you are the tankiest. Maybe it's okay for you.
No, I've canceled out my disadvantage on stealth. I have a +6.
Who else has lower hit points outside of me? I don't see Todd in the. Todd is in the tracker. Is Ozus in the tracker or in the little sidebar thing?
Does anyone have
Which
pass out
sidebar
trace?
thing?
I don't see it. What?
Does anyone have pass out trace?
Sorry, what? You cut out. Patrick?
Yeah, he's breaking up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Patrick, it sounds like
Listening on.
sounds like you're drowning.
Did he?
Are you back,
He's
Patrick?
back.
Better.
A little bit. Nope, not a
Ooh.
little bit. Sorry.
All right, so Zith is going to ask Figaro to make Ozus. How many hit points do you have?
Is this better?
91.
You have 91.
Yeah, I didn't
one-
really.
No one has pass out trace.
I do not.
Okay.
I'm stealthy, but I don't have pass without trace. So Zith is going to ask Figaro to make, I guess, Ozus invisible.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast the Sanctuary spell on Ezra. So I'm going to do that now. Hold on. Yep.
What's that noise that keeps? Who keeps making that noise?
I don't know why it did invisibility, but I cast it on. Oh yeah, it looks like it did Ezra, and then Zith is going to cast greater invisibility on himself and blink out.
Who else needs sanctuary?
I only get to cast one, so we're screwed. I'm invisible. Ezra has sanctuary, and Oz
Is invisible.
is invisible from Figaro. That leaves Del and Kineas on their own, unfortunately. And this is asking me to reload the application. I don't know if you guys got that too.
No, it seems fine on mine end.
Okay, cool. Well, that's about as good as I can figure out how to get it. You guys stayed it together, or ish. I'll be invisible and trying to cover you guys if stuff happens. And I guess away we go. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like the best opportunity we got.
Yeah.
Oh, is there one more thing I can do? Oh. Hold on. I'm wrong. There's no Jim, there's no limit to me spamming Sanctuary, right? I mean, just my first level spells. That's the only downside.
Spell slot for each one.
Yeah.
It's not concentration.
No. So I would cast it on Del and Telkineas. I'm sorry, big guy. So once I reload, I would cast Sanctuary on Del too.
Okay.
I think I'm down to 2 first level, which is not great, but let's see how it goes.
Where are you guys headed to the starboard section?
Yep. We would have taken care in the morning after our short rest to reactivate the sigil if we had to, in Figaro's room, and then we'd head off to the next place, the starboard part. And Zith's
Off to meet the tree ant.
instinct would be to stay low to the ground as we're flying. I would be a little higher to try and get a bit of a bird's eye view. And all Ollie would be put away. I'd pop her in my pocket dimension.
Why did you do that, Kate? Don't do it.
What?
Guys moving around. Stop moving around.
Yeah, that's how I lost Anea.
Oh, all right. Well, Zith forgot. Bye, Ollie.
Yeah.
I'm not loaded in, but we can start. We'll do old school theater of the mind while I try and get it in. Well, boys, won't be easy.
May not. Where did Zith go?
I can't load, so I'm just in the ether.
That doesn't get rid of your token.
Oh, I can't tell you because I can't see the board. I was on the ship the last time I checked. Inside of the...
There you are.
Yeah.
I think somebody was on top of you.
Hey, now.
I know, right?
Let's keep it safe for work.
And
Don't
I'll
tease
take
them. Don't tease them.
There we go. All right, your plan works. And you're able to make it all the way across to the starboard section. You started to gather some suspicion from... Oh, you're not there. Some suspicion from some of these manta ray looking creatures that kind of floated around, and they billow their wings out while they have these multiple eyes on their bodies, and they saw your movement, and then as they started to go toward you, they kind of just wandered away the other direction. And that lands you here on this section of the ship, which is the starboard section. There is a lifeboat crunched into this. It's like two ships in one, right?
Yeah.
This top piece here is a, let's see. It's kind of like one ship crashed into another. So what you see here is a large tree that it looks like it has taken root in the lifeboat itself, has become kind of part of the lifeboat. And it has crashed into the deck here. So you're kind of on this upper deck that is crashed. There is a section that is accessible below. See here. So there is this part of the ship that you can get to below, but there's something stirring down there.
Are you suggesting that something's cooking or that it's something's going on?
No, there's something moving around.
Okay.
Thanks for letting me clarify.
Because when you say, oh, well, is it
Stirring.
using butter to clarify or?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So this is what you see on this part of the ship.
Oh, a treant.
Thick pale roots here form two dense walls on either side of the room. 6 bulbous, brain-shaped creatures with snapping beaks and barbed tentacles bob through the air. You see upon you as well. Actually, I'm going to have you guys, I'm going to move you up here to the top section. And pause this. And this. Yeah, so you guys are here at the top section with kind of where this tree is grown out from this crashed ship that's into the other ship, right? And it looks like the roots there are causing difficulty for these creatures down below. Allow me to shed a little light on what they're doing. Oops. Didn't need to bring all of those. Hold on. And the tree says, blank and pest.
Ooh.
What?
Those things. Pest.
We're here to help.
So what you see down below, floating on the lower deck, just kind of hanging out there, are these creatures here.
Oh.
Something
You know,
a kid like a cross between like a brain octopus or a jellyfish with a big beak.
every day we're here, I learn to hate this place more.
I feel that.
So,
They've
Zith
ignored
would,
you for this
Totally
so
feel
far.
do we? So we get the sense that that the treant would like us to help him clear these pests, or should I ask Dell to like try and get the real story out of them?
Yeah, so it looks like it's these pests that he wants out of the way. They're bothering him. Oh. Do we roll for initiative?
Are they hurting you?
There we go. That's the question.
Yeah.
Not me.
Who are they hurting?
Who?
You.
Friend trapped.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. Someone's below deck?
Where?
Hello. Hunting him.
Oh,
Is this a way down right here?
Red Bud. Keep them safe.
so you're Red Bud.
Yes.
Gotcha.
You squash brain things.
Brain
No,
bird.
we don't- no. Let's just leave. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, let's get rid of them.
Hey. Sounds like a plan.
Roll for initiative.
Roll it.
Epic roll. Wow,
Why does it do that?
terrible rolls.
$10. Oh,
At least the ones that roll low have sanctuary.
Hey. Rot brain. Kineas.
Anea, where are you?
I'm in here.
oh,
I'm down here with the dog.
I'm on my way. I will be there in a moment. I just need to kill every last
Oh.
brain cell on the ship.
Bunch of
Well-
squiddlies outside.
are you still talking about Sparky?
I really don't. You don't hear any of this. It's probably telepathic. Yes. I am very sorry, and I will accept whatever insults you have to give me. I am on my way.
Hey, Zith, you're up.
Did they not do anything?
They haven't attacked you yet. You flew all the way and landed there. You didn't fly right over the top of them or anything, but kind of trying to avoid nasties.
All right, so Zith is going to fly sort of up and over here. Oops. Assuming that I can still fly. Up and over here. And he is going to... he's worried that nobody's started to attack yet. But we'll send the first shot across the bow here. I shouldn't have advantage. I don't know why. Oh, because I'm invisible. That's right. Yay, invisibility. Okay. Measly 7 total crap roll. And I am... Hold on one second. Yeah, everybody's gonna... Yep. I'm done.
Okay. What did you do?
Fireball to this guy over here.
Okay.
Firebolt. Sorry, firebolt.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you Firebolt now?
Firebolt.
All right. So one of these guys floats over to you, targets you, and tries to attack you with its tentacles.
At disadvantage, right?
Are you still invisible? It looks like you're
Yeah.
not.
I'm greater in invisibility.
Greater invisibility. Okay. So greater invisibility. So why did it do so well against you? That's what I want to know. What's the dealio? There it is.
Maybe they have like true sight or something.
No, I missed you.
Okay.
It did fine. Oh yeah. So it tried to wrap tentacles around you, and you like dodged out of the way. You're like, wow, it's almost like it can. Well, it can't see me. It doesn't have eyes. But it's like it knew where you were.
Yeah. Copy that, of course.
All right, Kineas, what are you going to do? You're going to jump down and attack one of those floating things?
Oh yeah, you know it. I'm gonna go right over here and do what I do best. I need to get to my pseudo dragon.
There we go.
Okay. Second attack. This guy.
Yuck.
Oh!
Ooh, there we go.
Go for crit.
Yes.
Nice.
And since I critted anyway, I'm gonna use the fire rune. Oh no, don't need to. Don't have a target. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
That's a pretty good turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one floats over to also try to attack Zith. Its tentacles come flying out. It misses. Then it attempts to peck at you with its beak. And to say peck, what I mean is it opens it wide and tries to eat you, but it doesn't seem to hit. So you are safe, sir. All right.
Let's go, buddy.
Ozus, you're still invisible. What would you like to do?
I thought it was our buddy's turn.
If I were to flame strike right here,
You do use your invisibility, lose it. I don't know if, anything you do, you like lose it. So,
yeah.
there's no way around it.
I'm just looking at flame strike. Do I put a template down?
Yep.
Yeah.
When you
Okay.
cast it, it'll ask you to apply a template. So choose where it goes carefully before you click.
Where'd it go? Choose wisely.
Indeed.
Oh, why is it just so? Here's the thing: it's not asking me. Let's see, cast a spell.
There you
There.
go. Place, measure, template. So click that. And don't click again until you're ready to put your template down. Okay? So it shows your targets based on the template that went down.
Yep.
And there it goes. Okay, so it looks like one made its saving throw and the other two didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. You kill two of them with one flame strike.
Nice. And that'll end my turn.
Okay.
Oh, no,
Alright.
wait. I can move. I'm going to move right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I'll end my turn.
All right. Redbud tries to target one of them with, he's got a rock in his tree branch that it tries to pitch at that thing. He hits it and deals a bunch of damage to it. Whack, whack. That ends his turn. All right, Dale, what are you going to do?
All right. I'm gonna run over to this guy and
Leave
whack
off that
at
top
him.
section, which is kind of
Yeah.
in the wreckage like this, and you jump over and attack that one there. Okay, go for it. All right, looks like a hit. Even with a crappy roll like that. What does that tell you about those squishy brain beak squids?
I will hit him again. Whew.
Nice spinning of the staff there, like the flourish. Very fancy, and you kill it. Kind of squishy.
Move over to this. And use my fists on its gross. Gross.
Oh yeah. You get them all kind of mucked up. You have 11 hit points of like
Yeah.
brain matter on your hands.
And I will shake my hands off and end my turn.
Still kind of slimy, but okay. Ezra, you're up.
All right. Yep. Let me 1 second.
Last but not least.
Not working properly.
Nice initiative roll with it too.
There we go.
Well done. Well done,
That's
sir.
as always. Here. All right. I'm going to target this guy with do some sacred flame. Alright, 12 damage, and then I'll just move like just up a little bit. I think that'll be it. Hold on, I need the frozen. There we go. Okay.
All right. So this guy, he's going to target Kineas. He's going to go ahead and take a tentacle attack. Ooh, that looks like that might hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it hit, and I'm gonna hellish rebuke.
All right, hellish rebuke. All right.
Okay, 1,000% best hellish rebuke ever. So good. Great sound effect. Satisfying outcome.
All right.
It's like, you deal me a
One guy
minuscule amount
left.
of damage, I'm gonna kill you with a
Zith.
fiery rune.
Yep. I'm gonna bonus action disengage, go up a little higher, and take my shot at this guy. Bam.
Hey, that's definitely a hit with a firebolt. And you kill it.
There we go. A little
right.
boosh.
Yep. So I guess you could say that that was a barbecued grill. All right, with that, Redbud moves some of the roots out of the way and lets
Yeah,
you go down into the wreckage. I'm going to move you. Nobody move. Nobody move.
Running down the wreckage.
I'm going to move you. Don't you move. All right, so we're going to take you guys and we're going to put you down here. That's pretty close. A little off, but let's move you a little bit further down. Flip. All right. So down below in this wreckage area, there are some cabins down there, and Anea will come flying out. Hey, boss, you're gone for like forever and a day. What'd you do to me?
Tried to teleport you to safety, and I fucked up.
Striding out from into the doorway, you see kind of a little terrifying sight.
Oh no.
Oh,
There is a gnarly looking dog
ooh.
that comes out from behind where Anea was.
Anea, is this a friend of yours?
Yeah, he's a puppy.
Ooh.
Well, good enough for me. Everyone, this is Anea's friend.
The dog says, "My name is Akasa. You notice
Ooh.
that the sound is coming from a collar around its neck. You're now on kind of a flying cabin, so this has just suddenly become the movie Up. I don't know what to tell you. Have any of you seen that movie?
Yes.
Which movie?
Up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the dog is talking from his collar.
Are you saying up or pup?
UP.
Up.
The old man and the Boy Scout that go in the house flying by balloons.
Mm.
It has dogs in it that are, this looks like maybe one of them. He's got a collar. Collar is talking.
Who exactly are you, and where did you come from?
Well, my name is Ikasa. I am Deveros's dog.
Ooh.
Hey.
Normally I'd teleport out of here, but I'm afraid to teleport.
Bad idea. Yes.
So I've been stuck in here waiting for Deveros to come back, and he never came back.
Well, he is alive.
He
I
is.
can tell you. We can tell you that, but I think it's very difficult to get over here.
Oh, he is alive.
He is alive. He's doing well.
He's kind of trapped on another ship and was sort of enslaved by a gray squad thing with the rest of the crew. We freed them, but yeah, it was not
Yeah.
pretty.
And he told me all about you.
Oh,
He was
that's
kind of
I was afraid maybe he would end up sharing the fate of the halfling.
You mean the Quetzalcoatl?
Sirit?
What? Who?
Sirit?
No.
Is that the happening that you're talking about?
no, he's talking about.
Helena Tindertoe.
Try again.
Nope. Siri thought
Yeah.
that was my call for her. He said what? Sorry?
Helena Tindertoe.
Oh, we have not met her.
She escaped the wreckage of the Verdant Branch, but she flew off in a different direction.
Well, we are headed to the last, we think, part of the ship. I don't know how we could take you with us.
I've held this secret with me the whole time.
Oh, is that another secret?
I never told Deveros about Helena.
What
She
about
floated
Pel?
She floated away from the ship using the power of her mind. And likely she still floats somewhere out there in the astral sea if she isn't dead by now. I didn't tell Deveros because I didn't want him to waste time trying to find her.
Was it his sister or girlfriend or
No,
something?
just another member of the crew.
Hmm.
He thinks that Redbud and I are the only survivors with him of the attack. I was going to go back and try to find Helena, but I'm trapped here because I can't teleport. I can't blink.
Yeah. Hmm.
You can't teleport here, or you can't teleport at all.
Here, on
Okay.
this wreckage, it does bad things. It opens up portals. It's not good. Maybe it's not good.
Are you saying we can't get back?
We have to fly back and deal with whatever we deal with. Do you think we could, well, I don't know, maybe that's cheesy. I wish we could take you. Like, how big is he? Like, could Kineas carry him?
The dog? He's medium
Yeah,
sized.
how big of a... Or we just put him in the bag of holding.
He's a big dog.
Kineas, you want to give it a shot?
Yeah, I don't mind. We need to deal with
I can
we need to deal
walk.
with the ship first, don't we? Like we need to get the
I'm
room.
just not accustomed to walking everywhere. Not much here to walk.
So we have to
Right.
activate the rune.
Oh, yeah. You have to activate the room.
Del, you've gone into another part of the actual ship. This here is the study, books and scrolls concerning arcane subjects. Pack the bookshelves here. Pressed against the wall is a redwood desk, atop which are clean sheets of parchment and 2 inkwells.
Cool.
Say that again. You said that again?
It's a desk with paper and pen.
Okay.
I'll grab it and take it, and might be the captain's quarters. Bring it to them down in the front of the ship.
What's the dog's name again? I'm sorry. Ikasa. Ikasa, do we describe the sigils and see if he knew where these things were, because we think we need to deactivate them to then go to the prow.
Yes, down here. In the ship.
Could you show me?
Yeah.
Great. Zith would follow Ikasa. And Zith would ask, Del, what's that stuff you have in your hand?
Oh, I just found some paper and pens over. There's a desk in there.
In where?
It looks so tidy, so I grabbed it.
Zith would go in if he could. I can't.
Yeah, of course you want to search desk drawers.
And Zith would start looking at the books and sort of to see the shape of the room too. Like the rest of this place is trash. Is this weirdly not trashed? And hopefully he would get a sense that some of these books were arcane. And I don't know if there's anything he finds of interest that he could take back with him. But he's on a constant quest to up his knowledge of the arcane.
Yeah, so make a investigation roll.
Yep. I'm going to give myself guidance because I think this could be something big. Hold on. Just in case. All right. Oh, I'm not going to do that, actually. Sorry. Forgot about that. Okay. I will do an investigation roll.
Okay. All right, with a 21, you find that one of the books on the shelf, a volume titled Dissertations on the Abstruse Mind, is actually a disguised strongbox. The box is locked, but maybe you can choose to pick it or force it open or find the
100%
key.
with it. I will first look around for any obvious key, sort of snooping around. And if I don't find a key, then I'll try and pick it.
You don't find a key.
All right. I'll try and pick it. That is a... Do I roll Thieves' Tools?
Sleight of hand. Use sleight of hand. Yeah, you'll use your Thieves' Tools. And roll sleight of hand. Uh, 23. You pick the lock. And now I need you to make a DC 20 Constitution saving throw as you have picked open a trapped strongbox.
Awesome. So good. Oh, not
nice
terrible.
Saving throw. All right, you needed a DC 20. So you needed a 20 to succeed. Tie goes to the runner. Green gas issues out in large puffs from the keyhole as you're down looking at it, but you manage to push it away and exhale quickly, trying to blow the gas away from you as you stumble back. You wait for the gas to clear, and the strongbox is now available for you. You do not receive the poison condition. The box contains a potion of mind reading and a journal.
Amazing. Okay. I flipped through the journal real quick to see if there's anything of immediate use.
You discover this journal belongs to Inda and contains writings in Common and Celestial, which I suppose you probably can't read.
No, but
Thank
I
you.
know
Has
somebody who
something
can.
to do with
I think I have
experiments.
Celestial. I think I have Celestial. Let me double check.
I mean, Kineas can read all languages, but
No,
what else
okay.
did you say, Jim?
Sorry, wrong game.
You pick up that a lot of the entries in Common that you can read have something to do with experiments and a piece of a rod and so forth. So you spend up to 10 minutes if you don't tell anyone else about it first, kind of pouring through trying to figure out what it means.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You are in there for quite a while. The rest of the crew's kind of wandering around looking about, and by the time they rediscover you, you have kind of cracked the code on the common stuff. It has something to do with about experiments of the rod piece. You learn what you already know. The passphrase needed to deactivate the ward runes that protect the safe room. The moon sings a song for the lost. The ward rune is on the wall above the desk.
Okay. I whisper the phrase.
Let's hear it. I'm gonna make you say it.
Oh, I already said it. Hold on. I go up to it and I say, "The moon sings a song for the lost."
And I need you to make a saving throw. No, I'm kidding. You're good. You feel like something happened and like something magical. And the rune kind of draws itself in circles along the little gold filigree pattern that's on the wall, and then flares a little bit and then dims down. And so you know you have successfully deactivated this rune. Elsewhere, on the carcass of Havoc, a dead and dying god of chaos, something clicks. But also, something beats. Boom.
Oh boy. Okay. Would we know this, or would I have a feeling that is happening?
You feel the whole ground shudder just once.
Okay. He'd grab the book, any other magical stuff that seemed of note, and the potion, and he would be like, "Guys, we do not have a lot of time. We need to get to the prow of the ship right now."
And with
Ed,
that,
what did you do?
we will bring
I
an
did-
end to
I
this
did something
episode.
simple.
We're always in a rush to get somewhere, I noticed.
Always in a rush.
And
All right, so tune in next time to find out. Next time on Storm Chasers. No, Stormbreakers. Is that it? Stormbreak. Next time on Stormbreakers. The
Storm.
announcer seems confused. What will the heroes do? Will they be able to reach the prow of the ship in time before something terrible happens? Will something actually terrible happen? We don't know, but probably. So tune in next week. We will continue exploring the wreck of the Lambent Zenith and the search for the second piece of the Rod of Seven Parts. So we'll see you next time. Tune in next week for more. Bye, Internet.